So we're looking at the potential. Okay, so let's kind of start over here because it looks like we're going to have these storms just move across Highway 77, and I'll turn on the. Let me turn on the light so it looks a little bit better here. There we go. Okay, so here's the situation, everybody. We have a line of storms that's moving through, clusters of storms. We're going to zoom in on this one cluster here. I'm just going to kind of put it right there. We're going to check it out. That little dot right there in the middle, this is what we're looking at for the golf ball potential hail size. So the pink and the darker pink, that's getting to be, that's probably quarter, maybe a little bit bigger. But we're also seeing this white spot right here. That's likely golf ball size hail. And let's see. Yeah, just southwest of Davie, just north of the capital city, starting to make its way across Highway 77 between Ceresco and the capital city. And those storms, let me see. Are being warned right now for 2 inches in diameter hail. So sorry, I'm kind of looking around trying to make sure I'm catching everything that is being thrown out there. Severe thunderstorm warning in place until 7:15. Let's see. Hearing that sirens are going off. Let's see. Malcolm had estimated wind gusts at 40 miles per hour. Let's see. Okay, so the good news is once these storms move through, look at Seward, look at Ulysses, Stromsburg, very quiet now. Beatrice not seeing anything. It's just this cluster of storms. Then we've got this other cluster of storms over here just on the other side of Norfolk. They are so far non-severe, but there's a cold front. There is a cold front right along this. So it's still possible that storms could form in this area. So Beatrice, don't let your guard up yet, because it's still a possibility that storms may form along this cold front. So between Lincoln and Beatrice and the Kansas-Nebraska border, that cold front hasn't got there yet. So it's still a possibility. But for the moment, as of 6:42, you can see there's basically 2 clusters of storms here. One just out of our viewing area here between Fremont, Missouri Valley, and Omaha, and then one smack dab right north of the capital city, crossing Highway 77 right now. And that has the potential for 2 inches in diameter hail. Let me see. I'm going to see if there's new information here from the National Weather Service. And I'll zoom in on it just a little bit so you can get a really close look at that. And I'm going to put one of these on there. It's moving east 45 miles per hour, about right there. Okay, so Ceresco, about right now. Waverly, Greenwood in the next 5 to 10 minutes. Ashland, right around 7 o'clock. Iron Horse Golf Club around 7:02. Would have been a nice day for golf too, really. Murdoch around 7:05 and South Bend around 7:07. So the information here, let me get that out of the way a little bit so we can kind of see what's up. Cass, Lancaster, Saunders, and Seward, 2-inch diameter hail and 60 mile per hour wind gusts. This is moving east at around 50 miles per hour. So this is quickly going to make its way into Waverly. So if you have friends or family in Waverly, you might want to give them a heads up. Gretna, Louisville, Weeping Water, it's all headed east. I'm going to zoom in just a little bit to get some towns to populate here. So there's Ashland right there on the edge, along Highway 6 up towards Interstate 80. Eagle, Lincoln right on the edge. Waverly, Ceresco. So basically there's a lot of open area out here, so that's a little bit of good news. But if you live in Waverly, see all that white that's showing up right there? That is where the biggest hail is showing up. That's see, it's kind of out of our range here for the radar, so that means that's your bigger hail. So anyone between Waverly and Ceresco headed towards Ashland, anything just along and north of Interstate 80 is where this storm is headed. This severe thunderstorm warning does go through 7:15, the one that's highlighted right now. So this area right here is your severe thunderstorm warning until 7:15. I'm going to zoom out here a little bit too. So we did have a tornado warning over towards Fremont, Missouri Valley, and Omaha. That has been allowed to expire, so some good news there. I do want to see if there's any kind of rotation in here, just to make sure. So let's go over here and check it out. And I'm not seeing any. Nothing stands out right away. So that's good news. But that is a strong signature. You're seeing just north of Lincoln. I mean, this is just on the edge. Goodness. If this would have been just south 10 miles, 5 miles, we'd be talking about a whole different story here. Let me see. I want to pull that camera up again. Here we go. Yeah, you can see the storm. I mean, it's just to the, anybody getting flashbacks of Arbor Day last year? I mean, there's no tornado for this, but it's basically in the same area. A little different direction, and no rotation, but you know, it's a little eerie thinking that we're in this far into April and what happened this time last year. So the tornado risk is a lot lower, but we are seeing this storm moving to the east. Kind of want to show you what's happening here. A couple of different things. Keep in mind there is a tornado watch. Now it is being let go a little bit. You can see where that arrow's pointing. That was a watch at one point. It is no longer a watch. So the good news is this area right here that was under the tornado watch already expired. So we're already seeing parts of this tornado watch being eaten away because the cold front is already to the east. So a little bit of good news there. But Lincoln, Beatrice, Omaha, Columbus still under this tornado watch through midnight. And I think by the time it gets over here, that's your midnight time frame. It's moving through and the Lincoln area now, so we'll probably be done with this in the next half hour or so, maybe an hour. But there's still a cold front out there. And I'm going to show you where that is. First, we're going to kind of rehash this severe thunderstorm warning just north of the capital city. The bigger hail right there, and that's where your golf ball size hail is at, or potentially 2 inches. So golf ball to just a little bit bigger than golf ball size hail. 2 inches is, as a bug tries to. Okay, sorry folks, there's a bug that's buzzing me right now. Lime size, the size of a lime, is 2 inches in diameter. The next size up is tennis ball, which is 2.5. So it kind of gives you an idea of how big these storms can produce, or how big the hail is that these storms can produce. I'm going to put it into motion here, and look at that. Just basically scoot right on by Lincoln, headed towards Elmwood. Ashland heads up. I'm not seeing any rotation. I know there's some worry about tornadoes happening again. I've gotten a lot of questions, but the good news is that this is a tornado watch, but I'm not seeing any rotation right now. So let me see. Okay, so that red box right there is your tornado watch box. That goes until midnight, and then right in the middle of it, we're basically, Lincoln is right in the middle of it, so is Omaha. We have 2 clusters of storms. Here's what it looks like in over the last hour. There's a bug flying around. Sorry, there's a bug trying to fly into my face every time I start talking. So it's a little distracting here. I apologize. So here's the storm, and I'm going to zoom in here and try to save this like that. Okay, so let's go over this information again, see if there's anything new coming from the National Weather Service. So the latest was about 8 minutes ago. The severe thunderstorm warning remains in effect for Sarpy, northern Lancaster, Seward, northeastern Seward. That's basically out of there. Butler, out of Butler County too. Saunders and western Cass until 7:15. 2 inches diameter hail, so size bigger than a golf ball, and 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts is a possibility. This is moving east at 50 miles per hour. The storm itself is about 12 miles northeast of Lincoln. And that does include, it's to Waverly now. The good news is Waverly, friends in Waverly, family in Waverly, I'm not seeing any white showing up in this area. See this area right here? It's just purple right now, so I'm sure there's hail. I'm sure there's hail in here, but it's likely quarter size or smaller. But that's a big area of hail between Ceresco and Waverly, just along and north of Interstate 80. But the main concern for this storm is going to be the 2-inch in diameter hail. I was looking at this to see if there was any rotation, and we'll look again because it can happen fairly quickly, and I'm not really seeing anything. So you can really see where the cold front is, and I'll show you that right now. Like that. As you can see the line right there, and it just goes up like that and then curves around. So the wind will obviously shift once that cold front goes through. So that's what that is versus this. So not seeing any specific rotation going on, maybe just that broad shifting of the wind as the front moves through, but nothing, no tight couplet or anything like that. So that's a little bit of good news. Zooming out to show you the 2 different severe thunderstorm warnings. You have the one just north of Lincoln and the one just north of Omaha. So both big cities in eastern Nebraska just missing these very severe storms. I mean, that's a little odd. Zooming way out, we do have a couple of areas seeing some storms too. This over here in northeast Nebraska, you're looking towards Pierce and Cedar counties. This is probably snow over here in parts of the Panhandle, and then this cluster of storms. So there's still a cold front right through here. So the cold front's kind of doing this. So Beatrice, Fairbury, maybe Hebron to some extent, still not completely out of the woods yet. This area still has the cold front to get to yet. So it is certainly possible that some storms fire up in that area. Let's look at a couple of the, in fact, we could probably look at all of them here. ABC, okay. Yeah, I mean, it's windy out there, and you can really see that storm. Which way are we looking? Is that, that's to the northeast? Okay. Oh yeah, okay. So that's where you can see the billowing of that storm. Very windy in northwest Lincoln. It's a lot of wind in a lot of spots. This is north central Lincoln, 48th and Cornhusker Highway. Let's see. I'm going to kind of put a few of them on here and go through them all. This is Southeast Community College. This is looking south, just to give you an idea. It's still eerie looking out there, this isn't looking south. This is looking north. Okay, so we have all of our cameras trying to point north. So ominous from Southeast Community College, 84th and O Street. Here's Honda of Lincoln. That's looking more southwest. You can see the edge of the storm system just on the right-hand corner of your screen there. Allocam's down.
That's weird.
Okay, that makes me a little nervous. And then 48th and Cornhusker again, that ABC seamless cam. I think it just maybe some power or something. Nothing to be concerned about there. And just to give you an idea of where the storm is, what's happening with that cold front, 82 in Lincoln, but 70 in Columbus. So a vigorous cold front obviously is moving through right now, and that's why we're seeing what we're seeing. So here's your tornado watch. This is in place until midnight. It does include Lincoln, Beatrice, and Omaha. It is getting eaten away though. When the storms are done, like this area right here, that was in the tornado watch. The National Weather Service has allowed that to expire. So a little bit of good news there. Zooming in all the way into the Lincoln area, it is now moving north and east of the capital city, is in between Ashland and Lincoln. And I think Waverly right on the edge too, starting to see some hail between Davie and Waverly. So that right there, when you start to see the white show up, that's a good indicator of some decent size hail, likely quarter size or bigger. So if you live in Waverly and anywhere north of there, that was just an update there. So this pocket right here, just north of Waverly, headed towards Highway 6 and Interstate 80, has the potential to produce that golf ball to 2 inches in diameter hail, which is a little bit bigger than a golf ball. That's the size of a lime. I'm going to look up the National Weather Service here. They're basically, the National Weather Service out of Omaha is obviously concerned with that storm. Yeah, because it just got tornado warned. So just north of Omaha, a tornado warning has been issued just north of Omaha. So Douglas, Pottawatomie, and Washington counties until 7:30. This is for tornado and baseball size hail. This is radar indicated, so nothing on the ground yet. Let me move that out of the way. So there we go. So if you have any friends or family that live between Missouri Valley and Omaha, baseball size hail is possible with this storm. That cluster right there could see some baseball size hail. So these storms aren't messing around. Once they got going, very strong storms, and this is all moving. I think as soon as this gets past northeastern Lancaster County, that'll probably be it for the capital city, and we'll be able to let everybody get back to programming. It's Thursday night. I'm not even sure what's on tonight, so we'll try to get you back to your programming here in just a little bit. It's almost 7 o'clock, so I'm just going to stay with you for a little bit longer and continue to monitor this storm that is just northeast of Lincoln. It is right there, that Cass, Lancaster, Sarpy, and Saunders County until 7:15. The latest information was just about 5 minutes ago from the National Weather Service. 2-inch hail and 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts. It's moving east at 50 miles per hour, 11 miles northeast of the capital city, moving east to 50 miles per hour. So let's put a track on that. So Ashland Golf Club around 7:03, Murdoch around 7:10, Corey Oaks 7:12, South Bend at 7:14, Louisville. I have a cousin that lives in Louisville. Hopefully she's watching. 7:20 and 7:21 in Meadow. So keep that in mind. This has got hail. This is basically for hail. I haven't seen any rotation with this yet, so I know there's the potential is obviously out there. Because we are seeing rotation over by Omaha, and I kind of want to see what they're seeing. Let's just, oh yeah, look at that. You can definitely see that. See that circulation right there between Fort Calhoun and Bennington, just west of Crescent, northwest of the center of Omaha. So this area right here between Fort Calhoun and Bennington, you can see that rotation easily. Zooming out back over to the Lincoln and Waverly area, you don't see that. I just don't see that at all. I mean, you can really see the difference. See how that's curving inside itself right there? Nothing like that happening here. And it sounds like we have a tornado on the ground just east of Bennington. Confirmed tornado east of Bennington. So what we were just looking at, confirmed tornado just northwest of Omaha. That is right there. That spot right there. So just northwest of Omaha. From the National Weather Service, a tornado is very close to the Douglas-Washington County line north of Irvington. So if you're familiar with that area. Now this, I would go into more detail. That's not, they can't see us in the Omaha metro area. So I would be doing a disservice to our viewers here that can see us. So anyway, that's I just wanted to let you know in case you do have friends and family in that area near Bennington. A tornado is on the ground east of Bennington. But for the Lincoln area and everything in between, might be seeing just a touch of something here, just west of rotation. That's kind of a little odd to see green inside of red, but it's very broad. So let me get back to the radar. Oh yeah, that's confirmed tornado. Look at that. I hate to see it anywhere. I just do. And it's as this moves east, it's moving out of northeastern Lancaster County. It is headed towards Cass County and Otoe County somewhat. Otoe County, I guess, a little more. No, that would be Cass County. I'm sorry. But that confirmed tornado just north of Omaha near Bennington, moving east. So we're just about done. I'm going to zoom out and see if there's anything else. Get a different radar on here so I can see the whole state. And look at that. There's snow moving into the panhandle. I mean, just crazy. Okay, so zooming in here just a little bit. We're going to go through this one more time as this makes its way away from the Lincoln area. It is headed towards Cass County. So thanks for sticking with us, everyone. We'll kind of just go through this a couple more times. It looks like there's one more update to be had, and that is from the National Weather Service. That severe thunderstorm warning remains in effect until 7:15 for southwestern Sarpy, northeastern Lancaster, and southeastern Saunders and western Cass County. It goes until 7:15. At 7:01, this was 3 miles west of Greenwood or 13 miles northeast of Lincoln. It is moving moving east at 50 miles per hour, so due east towards Plattsmouth. 2-inch hail, 2-inch in diameter, so that's the size of a lime, a little bit bigger than a golf ball, and 60 mile per hour wind gusts. Thankfully, no rotation because we are really close. I mean, these storms have the potential. Obviously, we're seeing that near Omaha where they have a tornado on the ground, and I'm looking at it right now. It's impressive. I mean, there's probably going to be some damage done. So the National Weather Service is following out of Omaha that tornado warned storm just north of Omaha. But for just north between Lincoln and Ashland, I'm going to change over the radar one more time so that we can do this. We'll zoom into this storm real quick because this is now starting to get some really big hail between Ashland and Waverly. If you have any travel plans that take you from Lincoln to Omaha, don't. And if you have travel plans to Ashland or Waverly or anywhere in between, it's not advised. This is headed due east towards Louisville, Weeping Water towards Highway 63, Interstate 80 between Ashland and Waverly, towards Springfield. This is all moving like this. And it has golf ball size hail, maybe bigger, maybe 2 inches in diameter for that hail. Very big. But this is now moving away from the capital city. I want to keep checking on our friends a little further south in Beatrice, Fairbury, towards Hebron, because that cold front continues to move from west to east, and it is moving like this. So it's moving through the Hebron area right now, headed towards Fairbury and Beatrice. So this area, I've been saying it all night, still not out of the woods yet, but it's definitely a possibility. And then the stronger storm, obviously, right there, just north and east of Lincoln. So I think what we can do, since this is on the other side of Lincoln now, headed towards Cass County, we can send it back to programming. So let me go through the watch one more time. Tornado watch in place through midnight, and if anything else pops up, I will cut back in. But right now, everything's kind of moving out of our area. So those, our viewers, not impacted by this technically. But again, just want to show you this. The severe thunderstorm warning is now moving into Cass County between Ashland and Elmwood. And there's also that tornado warning with, it was a confirmed tornado just north of Omaha near Bennington. So that's the information we have for you right now. I'm going to send it back to programming. Guys in the back, if you're ready for that. I'm not even sure if I have my FB on. I do. So we'll send it back to programming. Keep it tuned to Channel 8. We'll keep you up to date. Okay, still on YouTube. Okay. Hang on. I'm gonna mute YouTube real quick so that people have questions for me. So one moment. Okay. So here's the deal. I was on TV trying to get the YouTube live up, and that's why it says October whatever it is, because it's the only one I could find to get me on air as fast as I could. So I know it's not the right date. I apologize. October whatever. It was, I mean, it was just the thing that popped up. Okay, so I'm just kind of going through the questions. Happy Halloween. I know. I'm sorry. It was the only thing I was trying to change the name. I don't even know if I can do that. But incredible to see that. I was seeing pictures from the tornado on the ground just north of Omaha. Okay, they just issued another warning. So here's the latest on that. Severe thunderstorm warning for Sarpy, very northeastern corner of Lancaster, southeastern Saunders, and Cass County until 8 p.m. Baseball size hail. Holy smokes. Baseball size hail. Destructive storm for Greenwood. So if you're in Greenwood, take cover. Yep, look at that. Ouch. That goes until 8 p.m. Ugh. Had a feeling that was going to get reissued. So anybody know how you can change the name of a stream in midstream? The edit video? I'm going to try that. Oh yeah. Okay. Hopefully I didn't just kill it. Oh, shoot. There, I changed the name of it. Yay. Yep, I think I figured it out. Yep, April 17th, severe storms. All right. I need to make one that's just basic so I can do it on the fly. Apologies for my ignorance. Need my son here with me to fix things. Okay. They have pizza out there too. I'm very excited about that. So let's see. How's everybody doing? Hi, Ducky Lou. Trains with Matt. Kitsune. Samuel. Lethal Blue. Good to see you as always. Tim. Always a pleasure. Aaron. Is it going to rain in Lincoln tonight? It either already did or probably not now. Still watching as this cold front slides through. Still a chance south of Lincoln for some storms. Jay Tay, how's it going? I think we got some W's in the chat too. Yep, Tyler, thank you. W in the chat for Tyler. Ice Cream Fund. Nice. Thank you, Tyler. I really appreciate that. As will my kids. Basta, good to see you. Kevin. Glow Shorts. Hey, Glow Shorts. How you doing? See that? W in the chat. Ice cream. You recording something? No, go ahead. I'm just doing a YouTube thing. You're good. Yep.
I didn't want to get in the way if you were doing something live.
No, I'm hanging with my friends on YouTube right now. It's all good. Look at that. Just two massive clusters. I thought this was going to be one of those weird storms where it's like it's not a huge area, lots and lots of storms. It's just like one severe storm here, one severe storm here. That's it. It's so weird watching everybody freak out about this when we were getting closer and closer and closer to it. Not freak out, but like question us. And like, yeah, I'll believe it when I see it. Is it going to rain in Lincoln tonight? If you haven't seen rain already, then probably not. So sorry, Aaron, if you were hoping for a bunch of rain, it doesn't look like it now. That storm is basically done. They're nasty storms though, aren't they? Wow.
Hey, what's going on? Good evening. Welcome back to the Sports Zone. And we start today off with Nebraska's Capitals, shaking it up a little bit. Governor Jim Miller and the capital of Nebraska hosting the Husker wrestling team in honor of their exceptional season. Marked today as Husker Wrestling Day. Also making Rich Lovett and Sean Taylor and Mark Penny and host Nebraska.
Maybe a little something right there. Let's go back over to Omaha. I think that rotation's done. Maybe a little bit right there. Yeah, a little bit. But that's really leveled out too. So that was a quick tornado.
Really cool stuff there from the Capitals today. What a season two for
But I mean, this is trying. It's a little spot there, a little spot there, but it's basically a straight line.
Nebraska's coming off of back-to-back wins against Iowa and Creighton, and Coach Will wanting his team to find that groove, consistency.
Yeah, I mean it's nice if they have the radar right there. That's the radar site. Oh, something happened. let me move it. Oh, there, it's coming back.
Well, finally, Nebraska football was back to work today at spring ball. The Huskers getting ready for their final week of practice next week, with their next Saturday being the Husker games. Matt Rule noted today there's been a change in his team and competitiveness in his guys. What's encouraging, or as Matt Rule would say,
Can I play Fortnite next? You know, pit crew, not a bad idea. Not a bad idea.
Exciting stuff for our Huskers today. National News Reports on Ross Field. Go ahead. Back to you guys.
So, Lincoln's threat is basically over, yeah. My son told me about a streamer, guy my age basically, at work. He basically streams Fortnite all day, and he just hides in bushes the whole time. And he streams it, and he's like got millions of followers or something. Let's see. Yeah, if you're looking at this, what we're seeing, see how it goes from red to green right there? That's a shift in wind, and that's kind of the cold front moving through. Now here, it's because the radar site's right there, so it's red on one side, green on the other side. That makes sense. All the wind is basically from the same direction. It's just that's the radar site. But this line right here is where the cold front's basically moving through, and the wind is blah, 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 all over the place. It's when you have that tight couplet that you know there's a tornado warning in there somewhere. So I'm going to kind of roll around in here a little bit. I mean, that it's looks like it's trying to do something here. Really messy though, really messy. So I'm not too concerned about that. Maybe there, that area right there. There's a marble. Did you guys know that? Marble? And then I mean, as that front's moving through there between over by Crescent, I mean, everything's just kind of, I'm not really seeing much now, at least on the wind velocity. Okay, so I'm gonna put the radar back on here. Oh, okay, I was right. There's a warning now. Oh my goodness, just east of Waverly. Confirmed. Hang on. Okay, tornado reported on the ground by exit 420, 5 miles south. What? Right off of the Blair High Road exit, I-80 Irvington area. Are you kidding me? I thought I saw something, didn't I? All right, let's look again. Yeah, I thought there was something there. I said I wasn't too worried about it. Now I'm like, oh yeah, there was there, right there. Sure enough. Huh. All right, let's go back to so yeah, this right here, you can see on the kind of a little bit of a hook right there. And I'm looking at a picture from the National Weather Service, and there's a cone. You can see it coming down. God, what a crazy day. Tornado reported on the ground by exit 420, moving north. Huh. That happened fast. That was 2 minutes ago. 3 minutes ago. So if you live east of Waverly towards Weeping Water and Murray, south of Louisville, that's where the tornado warning is at. That is crazy. How fast that just got some rotation. I should give it a try, Betsy. How can we see the National Weather photo? I'm not able to show those. It's in a private message board, and until they're vetted, I can't show them. So I'm seeing stuff, but I can't show it technically. Lincoln threat is done, but is it possible for Lincoln to see any minor rain or thunderstorms the rest of the night? It's not looking like it. Really, I mean, it's still possible as the cold front is close to us, but I think it's here. Let's see what. I kind of want to see what things look like out there. I wish this was. I wish we could see. We can't. Mark, yeah, there might the National Weather Service might be able to share it, but I'm not sure. I might get permission later, so I'll see what I can do. Cameron White, good to see you. Let's see. Alocam, always a good one. But it's pointed the other way. Oh, that's black. I don't know why Alocam is down. Okay, I want to look at. Hang on. Nesha Olson, where are you at that you're in your cellar? Are you in that area with the tornado warning? What was I going to do? Oh, temperatures. Here we go. This will tell us exactly where that cold front is. Because it's 721. So yeah, you look at Hebron. So it's just like right there. Now here's the thing. Tornadoes are happening right now along that cold front, and then along that cold front here. But the cold front here doesn't have as much to work with, but it might once it gets closer to Beatrice. So I don't want my friends in Beatrice and Fairbury and Hebron to get their guard down, because it's still a possibility. So there's your tornado watch. Most of this, though, let me show you this. Some of this is being eroded away because this area right here was in a tornado watch and it has been canceled. But notice this area right here still in the watch. That's because the National Weather Service knows that cold front hasn't gone through that area yet. So it's still possible that cold front could grab onto something to work with and pop out a tornado or a thunderstorm. So this obviously a hook. Sun is shining in Waverly. I know. Look how close you are. Look how close you are in Waverly. Where's that at? There it is. From Waverly, 10 miles from the tornado. Isn't that crazy? Oh, okay. That's new information. Hang on for that tornado warning. Confirmed tornado located 3 miles west-southwest of Murdoch, 17 miles south of Gretna, moving east at 30 miles per hour. Baseball-size hail, also a possibility. Baseball-size hail. So, weather spotters did confirm that tornado. So, baseball-size hail along with that confirmed tornado, moving east at 30 miles per hour. So, let's zoom in on that. You can see it. That's the hook right here. "30 miles an hour" would be like that. Murdoch, Manly, their school, and Heil School. Let me see if I can get some different ones up here. Kind of move it. Let's go right there. I'm going to go 35 miles per hour just because. Conestoga. Weeping Waters right on the edge. Jose, my friend, called me at Definitely on the Ground. Good to know. What else is expected to develop on Lincoln? Nothing right now. Lincoln's in the clear for now. If we see anything else, it would be around 9 or 10 when we could. some models had storms reforming as that cold front kind of bent around and tried to come back. So cap's still in, well, no, the cap is still there, but the cold front hasn't gone through south of Lincoln. Who was asking me that? Trains with Matt. A cap still be in place, and it is, but it's just because the cold front hasn't gone through. Instability. It's pretty high. Let me see. Yeah, I mean, see, look at that instability. So you have the cold front. That was a good question, by the way. Who asked me that? Erica. I think you always ask me that, don't you? And I appreciate it because I never think of it. So you have the cold front like this, right? So that cold front's still running in. Look at how unstable that is. Where is that? Johnson and Pawnee County. So Gage County, Jefferson, Pawnee, Johnson, Richardson, Nemaha, still a chance for some storms. You can even see that storm rolling. Look at it. Watch that pink blob. Once it crosses 77 north of Waverly, you can kind of see that it had a little rotation in there the whole time, and it finally just went whoop. There you go, tornado. Oh, it's splitting. Oh wait. Hang on. Let me get rid of some of these. There we go. This is just the Omaha feed now. Yeah, look at that. Isn't that just incredible? Hang on. Sirens in Bellevue. Thank you, Jessica. Right on the Lancaster and Gage border, so I'm going to stay ready. Okay. Thank you, trains. Let's see. Yeah, I'm seeing images from the National Weather Service sent in from emergency management. It's basically in open fields, which is fantastic. That's good to know. Yeah, the whole rotation is falling apart now and churning away in a different section. Louisville is not out. Louisville is going to see some hail. It's not in that tornado warning, but it's definitely in the threat for hail. Let's go check out the rotation. It's still there. You can see it. See how it goes in like this? That's your rotation right there. So just west of Weeping Water. Just northeast of Eagle. I mean, this is so close to Lincoln. People forget that. I mean, once everything goes east of Lincoln, we kind of stop following it. But look how close that is. 20 miles. I mean, Tornado Ryan School in Alvo. Thanks, RFM. You know, I'm gonna look at the sky in Beatrice real quick while we wait for that storm to get its act together. Another tornado warning on the other side of Omaha. Now this was expected because this was like eastern Nebraska was the starting point for these storms, and then they were going to move into Iowa and get worse, and that's kind of what's happening. What was I gonna do? Oh, Beatrice. That's what I was going to do. Tornado threat should come to an end as the sun goes down. I don't know about that. I mean, for around here, yeah, but Beatrice is down too? What the heck? I don't. We must have taken a hit or something, because that's 2 cameras down. That's weird. Is anything going to hit the Offutt area? Sirens? Yeah, I mean, that's out there. Okay, sorry. Let me go back to this one. Clouds are just starting to roll into Beatrice. Good to know. That is really good to know. So we're going to keep an eye on that. Here's the thing, you guys. I am giving up free pizza, work pizza right now to do this. I know. Someone asked about Stewartville, Minnesota. Let's see. Oh, look at that. You know what? This is my old stomping grounds out here. Owatonna, Austin, Rochester. I lived in Austin for a while. They're getting hammered. Eau Claire. Lived in Eau Claire for a while, too. HRRR model showing storms for Lincoln. Do you think that is wrong? It depends on the model run. And if it's recent. If it's recent, I haven't looked at the models lately. It depends on when the initiation of that model was and what the data they have, what it has to work with. So I don't know which model run you're looking at, and if it's a recent one or if it's even a recent one. Rusty Pizza Mukbang? I don't know what that is. Does that mean I'm old? Okay, back to the sweeping radar. No, wait. Let's do this. Okay, so now that's updated, that tornado warning. Let's see what the National Weather Service says. For Cass, tornado and 2-inch hail. So the tornado on the ground is over, but the severe thunderstorm is still capable of producing a tornado near Murdoch, 15 miles south of Gretna, moving east at 30 miles per hour. So basically in that rural area again. 22Z, so that's a couple hours ago. So probably not right. It probably hasn't latched onto the new data. So we'll see. Rain in Omaha. There's some folks getting some solid rain. That's the nice part about this. I am hungry though. My tummy's going, hey. So we'll probably let this get this one storm into Iowa that's headed towards Plattsmouth, and we'll make sure. Let's hang on. I'm gonna turn on the visible satellite. Okay, there. Yeah. So there's the visible satellite. Let's see if I can get it. I'm sorry. That's IR. Let me see if I can get visible up here. The sun's going down, so it's hard to see. Okay, we'll go back to IR. So kind of, I mean, this right there's your cold front. So it's trying to interact with stuff. See, I'm still concerned from Lincoln to Beatrice and east that we may see still something. Let's see, Emily Callahan, who is we? Because there are tornadoes out there right now. If you're in Lincoln, probably not. This is losing its hook. Because look how, see right there, it had that hook over by just northwest between Elmwood and Waverly. And then as it made its way towards Weeping Water, that hook just kind of went away. So 2 tornado warnings. There's this one for Cass County until 8 p.m. And then this one over here for Harrison, Pottawatomie, and Shelby until 8 p.m. Omaha not seeing a warning right now. Look at that. Good old-fashioned thunderstorms rolling through. I'm really glad I was able to change the name of this. Emily, I don't know where you live. That's what I'm asking. I don't. Are you in Lincoln? Are you in Omaha? Are you in England? I don't know. So let me know where you are. What town? I'm trying. What town do you live in? It's trying to get a little curve back into it. Look at that. See, little appendage there. That right there. Vasta. You know what? The whole dome thing just makes me uneasy because everybody always thinks, oh, the dome's going to save us. But then you look at that tornado that hit just west of Omaha a year ago and devastated that area. They all thought they had that dome to protect them. They did not. So domes do people that, first off, they don't even exist. Second, they only exist because people are congregating in that one area. If you look at a whole map of the state of Nebraska, there are many spots, many that have never seen a tornado. And is there a dome in place for that? No. Stewartville. Oh, were you the? Oh, you're the Minnesota one. I'm sorry. I don't know. Tornadoes in Stewartville. I don't think so. There's no warnings out there anyway, so I think you'll be fine for now. And see, everybody thinks there's a dome, and it's this, like, even though the dome did its thing, I hate the dome. I hate it because people think it's real. It is not, and all this. It's just going to take one time for, well, I guess no, because people forget about it because Omaha's been utterly destroyed by a tornado. It was 100 years ago, but it happens. It's just there's so many areas that just don't get tornadoes because tornadoes are small. I mean, they're a tiny little thing. So they're not going to hit everywhere. Hey, thanks, Ava. Appreciate that. W in the chat for Ava. Very nice. I plan on taking my kids for ice cream this weekend because of that. So yeah, I mean, it's weird that people think that that a dome saves them because it just doesn't. It's just random. Back to, I want to kind of help out Emily here real quick because she's asking a legitimate question. And there's no warnings out here in southeast Minnesota. I'll put this into, it just looks like good old-fashioned thunderstorms, Emily Callahan. So there you go. Sorry, I forgot you were the one that asked me about Minnesota. But no, I think you'll be fine. Oh, wow, Tim. That was 50 years ago, yeah. Yeah, Ducky Lou, Dallas, San Antonio. Cool. Prophet, appreciate that. Town of Stewartville, Minnesota. Yeah, I think you're fine, Emily. Well, let's look and see if there's anything else. Hey, look at that. Snow. You guys want to look at some snow? That Gordon right there, that's my hometown. Shadron, lived there for a while. Have grandparents that live there. And my dad lives there too. And then my Rapid City. My mom lives up there. Snow. So look at all that. We got tornadoes on one side, snow on the other. Oh, Chad, I got to share that, don't I? Oh, confirmed tornado over there. Hang on. Okay, we got to go back over here. How much snow are we expecting for Lincoln? Nada. Hang on, let me see. So they're saying tornado is now south of Highway 1. It's got a report of trailers tossed at a storage facility in Nashville, Nebraska. I didn't know there was a Nashville, Nebraska. Did you guys? What is today? Thursday? Tornado watch being canceled. Let's see where that's at. And you know, a quick thank you to all you guys. I appreciate everybody following. I really do. Tornado warning for Cass. Weather spotters confirmed a tornado near Weeping Water around 7:45 is where it's at. So a confirmed tornado was located 4 miles east of Murdoch, 15 miles south of Gretna, moving east at 30 miles per hour. I told you I thought that appendage was coming back down. Will there be hail in Omaha? Yeah, probably some small hail. Don't forget to like the stream, chat. Thank you, Lethal Blue. Do you think next winter will be the same like this one? Sure. Lakeside Hospital, 180th West Center Road. Is there a chance it could roll through here? I think a storm will, but I don't think the tornado will. It's Lakeside Hospital. I'm not sure where that's at, so I hate to say specifically for you. Big wall in Murdoch. Yeah, let's go over there. Oh yeah, look at that. Ooh. Boy, that appendage just came back, didn't it? All right, let's take a look at the velocity. It's a little muddled. Brianna asked, when can we get a day in the life of Rusty? Nobody needs to know that. I'm boring. Hang out with my kids, hang out with my wife. That's about it. So let's see. Yeah, it's not very good. Let me try a different one. No. Okay. It's just got to be that right there. It's this. It's getting wound up. See how it's coming in? A lot of wind between Avoca and Nahaka up here towards Murray and wrapping around into Weeping Water. Let's see. Yeah, tornado warning, but notice it still includes that area where the cold front has not gone through yet. So National Weather Service basically doing thinking the same thing I am, that that cold front needs to go through first. So Lancaster County's still in the tornado watch. Beatrice still in the tornado watch. Areas to the west of Beatrice, so like Thayer, Jefferson, even Nuckolls County. Does it go as far west as Webster? Anyway, so here's why. Let me show you. Well, let's go back to the radar real quick. Yeah, ice cream fun. If you guys want to do the ice cream fun, I'm all about it. All for it. Yeah, look at that appendage there just east of Weeping Water, headed towards Murray. So if you have friends, family near Murray, Plattsmouth, probably going to hit hard with hail. Going to the velocity though, it's kind of this. See how it goes like this and up and around? It's probably that area right there. I have a question for you. Do the fog rise from glass to the cloud? I'm not sure what that means. Thanks, Lethal Blue. Always a... Oh, what? Oh, never mind. So this is quickly making its way east, headed towards Iowa. I'm probably going to go eat after this makes its way into Iowa, but I do want to make sure. Oh yeah, I was going to show you guys. Okay, so the cold front is like this. So it still needs to make its way through Gage County and Jefferson and Thayer County. It's kind of moving through Thayer County now. And once it does, then we'll be fine. So the cap is holding so far near that Kansas-Nebraska border. Now a good way to see where that cold front is to look at, as I freeze. So 83 in Beatrice, but 71 in Lincoln. So the cold front has gone through, or going through. It's kind of like this. Notice the 60s in York, Aurora, and Grand Island, and then still the 70s and 80s. But Lincoln's really close to the 60s. Once the 60s are there, that means it has quieted down. Okay, my computer just went funky. You guys still there? Give me a 1 in the chat so I know that everybody's there. Yep, okay, cool. Thanks guys. Okay, cool. I thought my stream went down. It just went and crashed. So we're good. No rain for I don't think anymore, but there was some earlier, especially North Lincoln. I mean, anyway, we're not quite done with everything yet. Yeah, that's why I thought about that, Lethal Blue. You said the power flickered, so I'm like, well, maybe my power. I didn't know. I didn't know. Anyway, let's look at the dew point. Yeah, look at that difference right there. You got 50s and 60s right here. So that's still moisture to work with. So we're not quite done. Lincoln may not be done yet. Let's look at the wind speed. So this is a really good telltale sign. Hey, RFM, just Carl. Thank you. Hot fudge and butterscotch. That sounds awesome. I'm going to do that. Thank you. That's awesome. W in the chat. Jillian, I got to send Jillian a text. Okay, W in the chat. Yay! My daughter's going to be really happy. She had ice cream the other day. We went to Scoops. We'll go to Zesto's next time. From Ohio, hey. Hi, Rob. Good to see you. So, basically, if the wind's coming out of the north, Omaha, hang on, I did it wrong. So you're kind of looking like this. Front has still to move through this area. And I know that because south wind, south wind, south wind, north wind, north wind, north wind. Everything outside of that line is a wind out of the north. So this area right here, still waiting for the cold front to move through. I think it's moving through Beatrice right now, because that wind has died down a little bit. So let's go look at the radar. It's not, I mean, the cap's holding, and that's, I mean, that just, good news, bad news. Good news, it's no severe weather, no tornadoes, no monster hail. Bad news is we need the rain. Is anything still developing around 9 p.m. in Lincoln? I'm not seeing it. It's just not looking like it. But if it does, I'll come back on air and talk to you guys. So this is moving towards Plattsmouth, just about into Iowa. There's still a curve. I mean, you can see it. See like that? This probably Murray. If you know anybody in Murray or Plattsmouth, they really need to be taking cover right now. Well, let me go back over here. Different type of radar. Isn't this crazy though? Look at I mean, well, that's kind of a strong one over there. There's this, and it's all in the corners. Nobody in the rest of Nebraska. Hey Tim, all right. Thanks, Tim. Appreciate that. Oh, chocolate ice cream. I love just a good old-fashioned chocolate ice cream. My daughter loves just vanilla. She'll eat a whole tub of it, a tub of it. But thank you. I appreciate it. W in the chat. Another one I gotta tell Jillian. She loves it when we start getting on a roll like that. But I mean, isn't this crazy? We've got this one corner, a confirmed tornado, and then snow over here. Jeez, look at all that. Isn't that just crazy? Weather's just nuts. Just nuts. Had a huge area, cluster of storms here. Snow over here. It's just when you zoom all the way out and just look at it, it's like, how does this even happen? Sorry, getting all philosophy. Then CT Golf comes in and ruins it with his whole dome thing. Yep, W glow shorts. How about that? We'll get some ice cream. Or shaved ice, or whatever. Hi. Well, I am really thankful for you guys, so I do appreciate it. This is pretty cool of you guys to be hanging out. What are we at? Just over 100. You know, I'm no Reed Timmer or whatever those guys' names are. No, I know who they are. I'm just kidding. Ryan Hall or Reed Timmer, you know, the mainstream Max, whatever. That's all right. I like that I'm able to see the questions. I like to yell at people for talking about Lincoln effect again, even though there's no such thing. But people want to think there is, and that's fine. But just know that Lincoln is not immune to severe weather. It can definitely happen. So appreciate you guys. I wish I was gonna pull up this one website that shows every single tornado that has hit Lincoln, or not Lincoln, that is, well, Lincoln, but in the entire state, from EF0s to EF5s, all of them. And it shows there's like 4 or 5 that have actually hit the city of Lincoln over the last 100 and some odd years. Omaha, Night of the Twisters in Grand Island, all of those, it shows them all. But they're federally funded, and that funding was taken away, and now I can't access the website anymore. They're down. They're like, we don't have the money. It expired today. So never mind. What happened to the storms that was supposed to be in Lincoln? You didn't see that? I mean, basically North Lincoln is where that's, from North Lincoln north was a huge storm. Hail, it turned into a tornado warning. That's what that is right there off to the east. So yeah, Jessica, it is cool to see. It really is. Looks like a brand new tornado warning here. Let's take a look. I think it's just a continuation. Yeah, it is a continuation into Iowa. Cass, Fremont, and Mills until 8:45. Confirmed tornado was located 3 miles east of Manly, with another area of rotation near Murray. So there's 2 rotations. Goodness. That site still accessible through the Wayback Machine? I don't know. I'm not sure. I've heard of that, but I don't know how that works. Somebody else asked about that too, and I don't know. I've never needed that website, so, or whatever it is. So yeah, everything's moving east. But it looks like there's 2 areas of rotation. Looks like right there. Look at that, Murray, and yeah, that's, ooh, goodness. You got this right here, and then this right here. Hang on, I'm gonna change to a different radar. So this near Murray, and then this over here. And it's amazing how close that is to Lincoln. I think earlier when it really started to ramp up, it was like 10 miles east of Lincoln. Or no, it was 10 miles east of Waverly when that tornado was touching down. Appreciate that, Kevin. CT Golf, yeah, absolutely. Can't take anything for granted. Why am I? Hang on. Okay. Yeah, so this is moving into Iowa, and I have some things I have to do by 9, so I'm probably going to let this let you guys go here now. Unless if there's any last questions, fire them away. I'll hang on for a couple more minutes here. And there's pizza. Working at a TV station, if there's pizza around, it's probably gone. We'll see. But that wasn't too bad. I mean, there's still confirmed tornadoes over here. That's, just east of Lincoln. Omaha had some confirmed tornadoes near it. If something pops back up, though, remember, I'm watching that area from Lancaster Gauge east. Kyle, you're in, okay, hang on. It's just, you're in the thick of it now. Is the hail threat done for Council Bluffs and Omaha? Hail threat? Maybe small hail. It won't be long now, though. Rain chances for the next few days. Let's get around Easter. Yeah, Easter, then all of next week. There's many chances for rain next week for Lincoln, if that's what you're asking about. But BMF, hail threat basically done, yeah. Skylark, you're welcome. But yeah, Plattsmouth, you're coming on the edge of this. So just make sure you're in your safe spot, and I think you'll be okay, Kyle. Big hail, though. Let's see. Yeah, you can kind of see this right there. When it's floating around in there, that's usually something. I'm gonna have to go tell my production crew that they can probably take down the crawl. Severe weather next week. There's a potential. I'm not gonna. It's April, end of getting to the second half of April. It's always going to be a possibility. So it's that time of year. I don't get to see my kids or my wife anymore. So okay, guys, I think I'm gonna let it go. Got to do some work here. Gonna update the website, stuff like that. So thank you, everybody, and. If something pops back up in southeast Nebraska, I'll be back on. So have a good night. Thanks, everybody. See you next time.